and welcome. My name is Rachel.
My name is Brian.
And I'm Ashley, and we're Chat Rollette, where we roll and then chat.
Every week we talk about new topics. This time I roll 20 topics.
And this time, come with me, and you'll see in a world of chocolate domination. Yeah, okay, it's time to roll. Did you like what I did there?
William Wonka is coming for our throats.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
He's not real, so.
Tell that to Wonka. To Wonka bars everywhere.
I've seen his movie.
You don't see Wonka bars at your convenience store at 7-Eleven.
You're going to the wrong one.
You're not looking hard enough.
They're not at Circle K. They're not at QT.
Yeah, they're not brand loyal.
They're not at the Giant Eagle.
Yeah, it's because I only go to Sheets where they have everything I want.
Pigeonholing yourself into one convenience store, I don't think is a sound business practice.
Sounds convenient to me.
Period. And that's in the name.
They have a loyalties program.
As most places do.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. I should really, I was getting gas today, and I was like, I should really maybe get a loyalty card for this gas station.
Yeah. If it's the one you use all the time.
Yeah, it's right down the street. Now, I don't like it because it doesn't have the tap for my card or for Apple Pay. The one near you
sure does,
which is very.
Is it the same place though?
Nope.
On the street. Oh, never mind.
They're different places, but I do go to the one down the street often enough because I typically do
it's
it
the closest to our house.
It's closest to our house and it's on the way to work.
Yeah.
Or at least the way that I take. Which Google Maps hates the way that I take because they're like, it's not the fastest, but it's fast for me.
It's the nice way for your brain.
Yes, I don't have to go and be ready to honk at everybody.
Yeah.
I just honk at a few people.
You'd be a terrible goose.
Yeah, they do be liking to honk.
Yeah, you'd be a great duck.
It's March today.
It is March. It's very early March. It's not just...
it's March yesterday.
Yeah, but we are in it.
It's March. That's typically how months work, Ashley.
Well, no, but I was like, but yesterday too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, it's also March today.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't wrong.
One of my favorite days of the year is coming up.
March
4th.
4th?
Yeah.
Why?
It's one of the only days of the year it's a complete sentence.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's very fun. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But today...
Also Pi Day.
Oh.
Also St. Patrick's.
I'll go to the doctor on Pi Day.
Oh, nice.
What things do we have going up? I have an oil change tomorrow.
Okay.
I have dentist appointment on Thursday, which is great after doing this.
Yeah.
Rachel's got her taxes.
My taxes are filed.
I
just send my checks.
I just have to pay my person because I don't want to do that anymore. I don't like doing it myself.
Paying people? Disgusting.
Depending on how easy mine are this year, I will start doing my taxes again. But
like by yourself?
Yeah.
I
could probably do it by myself, but I just can't.
If this year they're like, hey, it all makes sense again, I'll be like, okay, then I'll do it.
I don't trust that it makes sense.
It used to be so easy. I used to quite literally just get my good old W-2, and then I'd go to not sponsored TurboTax, and they say enter all your numbers, and I say, okay, well I'm just a little guy over here by myself, and then I just put the numbers in, and that's it.
Now I have like 5 different forms.
I know.
I have W-2, I have my health insurance thing, I have my student loan interest. And I didn't remember my student loan interest, so shout out to Donna. She was like, do you have this form? And I'm like, let me check. And I was like, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep.
Berta did ask me multiple times if I had student loans, and I said no.
You said thank you for checking, but...
Thank you. I've said this twice, but no.
Yeah, I have that too.
And then I'm getting my hair done later in March.
Nice.
And then at some point between now and probably like June, I need to purchase flights for our Denver trip. Denver trip. Denver trip. I'm so excited.
I'm very excited about
Denver
it.
trip.
And then New York too.
And New York.
Same month.
And yeah, so
we might not be very active in October. Well, we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
We'll have a lot going on in October.
We'll cross that threshold when we get there. But so that's what's happening in March.
March? I did my calendar yesterday. So March is...
You have your calendar that you...
Not a lot going on. My sister-in-law's birthday's later this month.
It's spring break for my work.
It'll be spring break for my work as well, technically. Even though I'm not on break, but my schools are.
I don't get a spring break.
That's rough.
St. Patrick's Day, like you said.
February is my worst month, though, so I'm coming into March being like, thank God I survived.
Nothing exciting in March.
Huh.
I'll also have to buy plane tickets to go to Phoenix at a certain point.
yeah,
But
you have your trip.
Finita.
But
Focaccia.
Okay.
No.
Actually,
I've been making focaccia.
April's more entertaining than March is.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that next time.
What's in the what's on the tarot spread? Ashley wanted to highlight them.
No, we needed to review our February and see if it was accurate.
Oh, our February.
Yeah.
Ashley has the Five of Wands
So
reversed.
should we look up the meanings? I'm gonna look up
Briefly.
the meanings. Okay.
I had Justice reversed and
I had the Queen of Tentacles reversed.
Pentacles.
Mm.
You wanted to be
I think depending on the deck, it could be tentacles.
Okay.
There could be like a sea
Five of
undersea
Wands
creatures.
A hentai
signifies
Huh?
a
A
rest.
hentai.
Well, I
Tarot
was just
card.
saying under the sea.
That also works.
If you want it to be hentai, that's your
No,
prerogative.
I'm just saying it probably exists.
It does exist for sure.
1000%.
What are we talking about with hentai?
I said the Queen of Tentacles because I was thinking about a fun under.
pentacles.
I know, but I was thinking about a fun under the sea tarot.
It's
deck.
funny because I think I did write a T,
There you go.
but it was a P.
Meant to
So
be.
it looks kind of funky. Either that or I wrote an F. Whatever. Anyways,
Do you want me to look up yours, Brandon?
Sure.
Okay. it
I
was
looked
the
up mine.
Queen of Pentacles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read mine.
Is it reversed?
Mhm.
Okay.
All of ours are reversed this month. Mine generally signifies a resolution of conflict and move towards harmony and cooperation, suggesting that disagreements are being peacefully resolved or that you are actively working to find common ground and understanding instead of engaging in unnecessary strife, which in hindsight is true. There were a lot. I think we can stop looking at this now. We've looked at.
I'm looking at other stuff.
Can I? Okay. I'll talk about mine here in a second. What are you looking at?
Bingo card.
Oh, did we get anything?
No.
That's upsetting. Brandon, for your Queen of Pentacles, I'm just gonna do the key meaning keywords.
Yeah.
Ungrounded, overly ambitious, social climber, mean-spirited, shallow, sociopath, jealous, possessive, wicked, out of control, under/overweight, unhealthy, disloyal, cheater, Why are these words? I don't understand. But you get it's kind of not great.
It feels entirely inaccurate.
But it was reversed.
Stuck in a rut?
I thought that is the reversed.
Yeah. That
Those
is
are the keywords of reversed.
Well, I mean, it could also just be right side up, so it could be the opposite.
I'm not putting stock
We just
into
pulled
that.
cards, man. Sometimes we don't know if
Mine?
it's reversed or not.
Is injustice, retribution, dishonesty, corruption, dishonest. Why is dishonesty on here twice? Unfairness.
You were super
Avoid-
dishonest.
I
You
was
told two
really-
fibs.
2 fibs.
At
Total.
least.
I don't really think that was very accurate, but I will say unmotivated. I was not very motivated in February.
I think
You did a lot of stuff.
There
in
was a lot of
February.
con-
No, I meant like mostly like at work.
Oh, well, that's
Diamond,
fine. No one
you
cares
know.
about
yeah,
work.
in terms of work.
I did a lot of stuff, you know.
A lot of bitches wanted to fight me and my coworkers, and I honestly took the lesser amount of conflict. And I was honestly trying to be super chill about it, but like, hot damn, I heard some crazy shit from my
Yeah.
coworkers. But hey, we survived.
It's the shortest day, the
Barely.
shortest
Yeah, I
month
was
of the
very
year.
happy
Month of the
to
year,
have a
yeah.
short month. Short king.
Short king.
Short king February.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say
Why is that? Why is February so short all the
to
time?
make it an even 365.
That's stupid.
We could do that differently though, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
we could do a lot of different things
Yep.
different.
We could just make all the months 30 days.
It's also like probably something with like Greco-Roman or like Christian belief systems.
I believe it.
If I really were to, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
It's very important. Last thing I'll say before we get into our topic for today is I started a new series yesterday. I'm watching Castlevania
Oh,
on
fun.
Netflix. Came out in 2020 something, and it's pretty good. Honestly, it's a short series. It's anime and stuff. It's very D&D. The one thing I have about it, pretty gory.
Very gory.
Very gory. But hey, it's about vampires and they're
That
fighting
makes sense.
humans.
Here's can I give you a visual representation of what the series was like for me?
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa.
Oh, you've seen it?
Oh yeah. It was like, whoa. Okay. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
Well, because then there's Castlevania Nocturne.
Yeah.
As well.
Mhm.
And I want to watch that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was in between that and Arcane and something
I
else.
was debating whether I don't want to watch Arcane, so maybe we'll cover more ground.
Maybe.
You do
There you go.
Castlevania, because I'm not interested in that right now. Then I'll do Arcane.
I mostly was like, maybe I'll get into the vibes of Curse of Strahd before. Let me back up. I mostly was like, I want to keep watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I did watch a couple of episodes by myself. But I said I have to stop because I will watch this entire thing by myself, and that will
ruin
our media nights for me. Not for everybody else, but for me, it will ruin it for me. So I was like, I have to stop. It's very good. I love it so much. I can't want to keep watching it. And then I was like, I want to watch more My Hero Academia, and I want to watch more Demon Slayer, but I'm holding off even on those because I'm like, media night.
We'll get to it, yeah.
We'll get to it. So I was like, I need something to gnaw at. And so I was like, oh yeah, I've been in the Eldritch Podcast
Blast
community. Yeah, Podblast podcast. Eldritch Podblast podcast community for a while, and I've watched their streams pretty regularly, and they were like, Castlevania is very good. And I was like, a show I can watch by myself. So yeah.
I think there's other ones.
Yeah.
Dragon Age put out a fun little anime season.
I wanted to also look into, what was the other one I was considering? It was Arcane, it was Castlevania, and
I can give
Assassination you some Classroom.
Love.
Yeah.
I can give you some obscure animes that we'll never watch for media night.
Okay.
That's one of them.
That's one of them.
It's a super slow burn though, so like you gotta be ready for that.
Yeah. I also watched a lot of Haikyuu, which I love Haikyuu, but also I hate that in order to see the dubs, I have to like bootleg it.
Yeah.
And I've watched all the bootlegs that I can find that are dubbed. So I would have to go to subbed, and I'm like,
Can't do it.
I'm that TikTok trend where I lightly kick something.
Yeah.
Right now.
Just throws a little tantrum.
I'm obsessed with the little cat memes, like wee wee wee. You haven't seen that, have you?
Well, actually, he doesn't have TikTok anymore.
Yeah.
But also,
I try and send some to like your Discord account now that you don't TikTok, but I forget.
But I did send the Eaton Park. There's a Eaton Park is our local diner, and they they did a little TikTok where they were like, when something, and then it's just the mascot being just a little frustrated and just like
knocking over like a paper menu or something like that.
And there's like a ton of those. I don't know what that trend is labeled, but I do like it. Anyway, that is not all of this is to say today is the taste test. The chocolate taste test. We really struggled in the moment to find a thing that we wanted to taste test, and I just randomly said candy, and I was like, you know what? I have to refine that to a specific type.
Chocolate.
And we're going to focus on chocolate today.
Because we all like chocolate.
And
yes.
It's
been a long time since I've had milk chocolate, so it's going to be interesting. A lot of these
a lot of it's milk chocolate.
So I don't typically eat candy.
Dark chocolate, I think, is always my preference.
Yeah, same.
I should have asked.
It's okay.
But we have a lot of milk chocolate in front of us. Next time, maybe we'll do something else after the podcast. Like last night, after I got all of these chocolates, I was like, what if we did like chicken nuggets? Or French fry.
Yeah.
Like I could do a little comparison and which place has the
thing.
If
we do chicken nuggets, are we going to do only fast food chicken nuggets? Or are we also going to include like frozen chicken nuggets?
The world's oyster.
No.
Brandon said, I don't know.
I don't know if I want to be making food in the morning.
Okay. So
that's just my energy level. If someone else wants to make chicken nuggets in their oven.
And put them in. We have a little toaster oven. I can make dino nuggies.
There you go. That'd be fine.
But then we have to keep them warm and then
that's fine. We can do that.
I'm not as worried about the warm.
Okay.
Yeah, we can like
just put them in tinfoil. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And we can nuke it in the microwave if we need it. But we have chocolates here. To give you a recap, you may or may not see all of them.
I don't see any of them, I don't think.
I don't think you
maybe these.
Maybe a few of these. We have
Hershey's, M&M's,
Reese's, Buffalo
chicken chocolate,
Butterfinger, 100 grand, Kit Kats, Milka, Bunch of Cruncha, Whoppers, Heath, Dove, Snickers, Twix, and a Ritter Sport.
You didn't say one of them correctly.
Reese's.
It's just Bunch of Crunch.
Bunch of Cruncha.
It's just
I like to call it Bunch of Crunch.
Bunches of crunches.
Bunch of Cruncha.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think I've called it Bunch of Cruncha since I've been introduced
Starting
to them,
putting it in your popcorn.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
was when I was a child.
Yeah.
Which is the correct way to do it.
Well, yeah, it's like when people say like Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
It's incorrect, but
But it's Bunch of Cruncha.
it's fun to say.
It's Bunch of Cruncha.
Yeah.
It's funny because it rhymes. So
Where should we
one?
start?
Should we roll a dice? Should I roll a dice?
How many are there? 14?
14.
So we need a D14.
8.
She rolled an
Well, they,
eight.
they haven't ordered them.
So
I have an order.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bunch of Crunch.
There you go.
Okay. We're starting with Bunch of Cruncho. I really like
I just went in the order in which you ordered things.
So when you have chocolate, what kind of criteria makes it a better chocolate for you?
Nummy.
Dark.
Brandon goes dark. I grabbed like 4.
I don't typically. I don't really have chocolate that often.
I need it to have a good mouthfeel.
Oh, I already started
before, during,
eating
and
one.
after.
That's okay. And if I do
'Cause,
have
like, sometimes
chocolate,
when I eat chocolate, it's like it gives me a weird like film.
yeah,
You know,
I have.
the Bunch of Crunch.
I usually have chocolate in forms of other things, like a brownie or a cake or something. So
Okay, in terms of quality of chocolate, this is ass.
What do you mean? No, it's not bad at all.
I think it's the waxy coat.
Well, it didn't just stay together.
The inside's good.
I think
I
it's
like
good.
the crunch. The texture's kind of nice.
This is perfect.
But the waxy coat hit me weird.
But you're not supposed to linger on the waxy coat. You're supposed
Well,
to crunch it.
what if I
think
do?
it's the flavor of the crunch that is messing with the.
You don't like
flavor.
the rice?
No. I think it's delicious. I could eat a whole box.
Is this even rice?
But I think it's that mixed with the chocolate, which is giving it a sort
no,
of
it's
like
the
tanginess.
outer coat. It's like a bitter.
I don't taste bitter at all.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like almost bitter, but it's not.
It's not bitter.
I just get like this little subtle tang of the rice mixed with buncha.
I have discovered something about myself.
Okay.
I fucking love rice.
Just in general?
Yes.
And rice is like one of my least favorite things.
Yeah,
It's
first
so
price.
good. Like plain white rice. Fuck. I love rice. Brown rice is not my favorite.
These are actually very simple.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
It doesn't have a ton of ingredients,
Oh.
which was surprising. I don't know what tapioca dextrin is, but
I'm assuming it probably helps preserve the Bunch of Crunch.
It's
That's
next
what I
to
think
the-
I'm tasting in the front.
It's next to the glaze, so I'm wondering if it's part of the.
Yeah,
that
it's
makes-
Shine.
the glaze part that's on the outer.
Yes, you
I
do.
don't like the glaze part.
Okay, we have to
I
rank
didn't
it.
realize
out of 10.
I didn't like that part.
Oh, we got to rank it out of 10.
Yes. Wait. I'm gonna
Oh.
ask. I'm gonna ask in a second. I have to. I should have written it down. Okay, Bunch of Crunch.
7.
7 from Ashley.
I was also gonna say 7.
I'm gonna say 8. Because I love a little crunch.
Is any nostalgia playing into that for you?
Yes,
That's valid.
1000%. So that's
That
22.
goes great in popcorn.
period.
Moment.
Like a little salty.
But by itself, I'd get bored.
I love it so much. I love little crunches in my chocolate.
Agreed.
Like the rice.
Yeah.
Like I love
That
that.
kind. Yeah.
6.
Kit
1,
Kats.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Kit Kat's a
I-
classic.
This is
Love
another one
Kit
I
Kat.
love.
I'm a sociopath when it comes to eating this.
How many of the non-traditional flavors have you tried, and what's your favorite?
Ooh, not a ton.
Because we've tried some together.
We've tried
We tried the pink lemonade.
pink lemonade.
It was fine.
I think we tried strawberry.
Do we have a green
I've
one?
tried strawberry. We didn't have a green one, no.
I've had a green one on my own then.
I like.
There was a
Just pull.
chocolate glazed donut that we tried,
Mm-hmm.
and the dark chocolate we've for sure had. I think out of all of those that I just listed, the dark chocolate was by far the best. Okay,
You want your own? Stick?
yes, I want my own stick. Now I'm gonna see before we eat this. I'm gonna show you how I eat it like a sociopath.
Do you eat it like Kim, Khloe Kardashian or whatever?
And
Yeah,
there's Courtney.
Courtney?
where I like chew off all the chocolate and then separate the wafers and eat those.
Here's where I go crazy. Sometimes I do this.
I hate that.
Like a burrito.
Mm-hmm. Like a burrito from the side.
Yeah, so you get all the flavor in one bite.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Keith Haversburger way.
Oh.
I love Kit Kat.
Period.
I just chew off all the wafer and then I eat the another
One
wafer.
of the few forms I like peanut butter.
I wish the wafer was more prevalent.
Mm-hmm. Give me a whole
That's
ass
why
wafer.
I eat it like a sociopath. So I
Yeah,
can enjoy
but-
the wafer.
That's a workaround you have to do.
You know, it's just a way I like to eat it.
Do I like the chocolate more than the bunch of crunch?
It's
What
not
just
a
happened?
workaround. It's
No,
just a
I'm
method
s-
of eating.
No, but your comment doesn't make sense to my comment. I said I wish
You
there
said
was
it
more.
was a workaround.
Never mind. Okay, moving on.
Wait, no, I need to understand.
But you keep interrupting me when I'm commenting
I'm
and
sorry.
saying things.
I'm sorry. Say your piece.
I said I wish there was more prevalent wafer, and you
Mhm.
said that's why I eat it like this. But that doesn't make it naturally
wafer.
that way.
Okay, I understand.
If
was
I wanted to
confused.
be the wafer that way, I'd have to eat it like you.
I want like 10 times the wafer.
And you just want to
I don't
bite
want
it.
10 times the wafer, but
Double.
double
The wafer.
double the fun.
I understand.
Double the
I'm
Kit
sorry.
Kat. Kit Kat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted you,
It's okay.
Brandon.
Okay.
I'm giving Kit Kats an 8.
Wow.
9.
Whoa.
I love Kit Kat so much.
I'm also going to give it an 8, but in a different direction than the
Or I
bunch
could
of
have
crunch.
this in any setting.
16, 25. Holy shit.
16 characters.
I also like that they separate it in just like tiny little thin bars, so I can have it in any setting.
That's
Like,
why bunch of
I
crunch
can
is
have
great.
it with coffee. I have it with a little smoothie. I can have it just on its own for a little snack.
Put a little. Oh my god, that's so fun. Okay. Sorry, I
I
just
feel like you just had an idea and you
didn't
thought about it and
articulate.
said, wow, that's
Did-
great, and
yep.
then moved on.
Didn't articulate it at all. I was mostly thinking about like, oh, you have your little cup of coffee and it's kind of like one of those like wafer. Like that's what I want. Is I want one of those wafers that's they're like little tubes and they have chocolate on the inside, but they're
Yeah.
wafer.
Mhm.
I want those in the morning.
Those are nice.
Those are quite nice.
A reverse Kit Kat.
Oh my god. Business idea. We immediately go after Nestle's fucking shit. Is it Nestle? I don't even
I don't know who
I think
makes
it's
Kit
I think
Kat.
it's Hershey that makes
It's
Kit Kats.
Nestle everywhere outside of the U.S., but in the U.S. it's Hershey. I've looked this up multiple times.
That's confusing.
There you go.
I don't like that. Okay,
Hershey bought the rights for America.
roll. We're down to 12.
18. We don't have an 18.
Well, now we don't have a D12.
9. 1, 2, 3,
One after Bunch of
4,
Crunch.
5, 6. No, I'm just removing the bunch of crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dove.
This one
Our
confuses
counting
me.
system.
Chaotic.
I'm sorry.
Wild.
I'm sorry. We're doing
No,
great
it's
now.
fine. I'm just like,
Brandon was so confused as to how we were doing this episode for a very long time, and we're now continually confusing.
well, it's like we
him,
rolled a
and I'm
9, and Bunch of Crunch was 8, so Whoppers would be 9, but we're removing anything that was already used, so now Whopper is actually like 6.
Yep.
Uh,
Look at these. Okay, we're doing Dove. Look at
Cute.
these. She's curvy.
Yeah, she is.
She's curvy.
So I've only ever had Dove chocolate when they come in the individual packed, and they come with a nice little message of encouragement. on the
Oh
inside.
yeah,
Awesome.
those are usually thicker than this.
Yeah, they
bar.
are.
Thank you for splitting off a piece.
You're welcome. I did it.
Oh.
Okay, just yeah, the Dove chocolate.
I just had a squelch noise. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were saying, meh.
I did say meh. But
It-
then I squelched.
Sure is milk chocolate.
There's a thing at the end.
Man, I sure do have to wait for that chocolate taste.
Mm.
And there is a
Can I see
weird
it?
film at the
Uh-huh.
end. I don't like Dove chocolate.
How's the ingredients looking? I fucking fucked it up.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I have a weird mouthfeel at the end.
There's
I
something
told you,
weird.
one of the things is that I don't want a weird mouthfeel before, during, or after.
Very simple, very pure, very pure.
Mm.
It is. I mean, it's milk. It's a combination to make the milk chocolate.
I don't think they have a good recipe though.
Why does it taste like soap?
Why did you say like soap?
Do you think they make it in the same
You're
factory?
probably getting some of the cocoa butter feel.
That's what it is.
There's also
the
some-
cocoa butter.
Some soy thing happening in here. It'll probably help with different things.
Soy.
Lecithin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's in a lot.
Mm-hmm. But that's probably what's giving you that like
I think they put too
meant to
much
be
cocoa.
creamy texture,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
is doing other things.
I think it's too much cocoa butter. I felt like I was. You know what? I just made a realization. cocoa butter, often in lotion. That tastes like lotion. Didn't enjoy it.
Which is
like
also, it's also a Dove thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why they got into the chocolate pills. It's because it's like, oh, there's cocoa butter in our lotions and our soaps.
Yeah, I could make this at home. No, I'm maybe gonna be controversial, but I just don't controversial. I just feel like most things that are just chocolate on their own are just not that good.
That's fair.
Yeah. I need it to be mixed with something. I need a little bit to it.
Chocolate's a great additive to like a
exactly.
dish. It's great.
Yeah.
Drizzle a little bit of chocolate on a little dessert.
Remember on Eddie's $1 Million Bake Off when he put chocolate in his chicken, and his dad was like, "Eddie, what?" And he was like, "Trust me, Dad, just do it."
No,
I don't think I've ever watched that.
So good.
What's it about?
Shout out to the Disney Channel original movie Eddie's $1 Million Bake Off.
What's it about?
Eddie is a high school baseball star who discovers that he has a passion for cooking.
Is it like High School Musical?
Kind of in that way.
Whoa.
There's no singing though.
That's fun.
But yeah, he is. It's very that minus singing. But his dad's like, just play baseball, and he's like, no, but I like to bake, and I'm going to enter this baking contest. And then he goes to the finals, and finally his dad shows support for him.
I love that for him.
Yeah, he doesn't win.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
So Brandon, what would you rate this?
5.
I rated it a 6.
It is middle of the road chocolate for me.
Ashley,
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh,
I really didn't like it.
Valid.
It tastes
15.
like lotion.
Okay. What's the number?
7.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're on the Whoppers.
Okay.
Whopper Junior, Whopper.
Can't believe we got Burger King.
I know, right?
For a second, I was like, no, it's McDonald's. And I was like, wait.
I love you, Rachel.
How do you feel about
That's the
malt?
McWhopper.
How do you feel like about malt?
I don't.
What even is malt?
I don't feel about it much.
It's the center of this.
Oh, the weird crispity crunchity bullshit?
Yeah, it's supposed to kind of melt, and you can put it in a milkshake, and it makes it quite nice.
Yeah, malted milkshakes.
Malted milkshake, great.
Have you ever had them?
I don't like having to crunch into it.
The food safety in this place is just out of this world.
I've never had a malted milkshake.
You've never had a malted milkshake?
No, because I'm weird.
They're quite enjoyable.
Not fair. Oh, you immediately crunch. Have you had a Whopper?
Mm-hmm. Been a while.
You guys immediately crunched into it, and I feel like that's...
No, I'm doing 2 experiences. One where I crunched in it immediately, and I hated that. Ugh.
Tied the box back.
I haven't had malt.
There's like a weird fruity aftertaste. I don't know if that's just me or...
They make these so close to us.
Where?
Hershey.
Oh. Nice.
And then I'm going to do one where I just suck on it and let it melt in my mouth. Which is my preferred way of eating a Whopper.
There's that tapioca dextrin again. I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of. The lingering taste that comes with it.
Same.
Oh, that's the malt.
I know, I'm just not a fan of it.
Oh, there is something fruity.
It's not bad. But I'm not like loving it. You know, did you put it back? Well, this is yours then.
I figured it would be.
No, I feel like that needs to be mixed with something else that has other flavors to kind of
I didn't lick
cut
it or
through.
anything.
No, I know, I'm just kidding. No, what I love, crunch.
Yes.
Big crunch energy. Did enjoy, would crunch again.
Not
she
this
didn't
type
like
of
the
crunch.
texture.
That's fine.
No, the texture on my teeth specifically makes me want to rip out my hair and my teeth.
Oh.
It was awful.
I appreciated the crunch as well.
Yeah. The like brittleness of the malt inside just is not a good mouthfeel for me. Mm-hmm. Specifically when I'm crunching it.
See, the thing is that...
And also the fruity aftertaste is
There's
bad.
a little bit of a story here. That our mother loves malt balls.
Shout out.
But I don't think she really goes from Whoppers. She likes to go... We used to go to the mall and hang out and do things.
Heard of it.
And there was a candy store in the mall. And they had the thing where you could scoop and, put it in your own bag. And they had malt balls there. And they were bigger and the quality was better.
This big.
They were giant.
They were massive.
They're like double the size of those. And they were much, much better. Didn't leave a weird aftertaste like that. In my experience. But she was like, she taught us how to eat them because she was like, oh, you want to try one? And she was like, let it melt all the way. And suck on it. Like a lollipop. And then the malt dissolves. And I did that. And The
Much more
flavor at the end,
enjoyable.
I agree, pretty bad.
It has a weird fruity aftertaste, and I don't like it.
I don't want it. It needs a different flavor profile to cut through to save the day.
Yeah. What if it was like caramel?
Ooh, a caramel would be
Could be
kind of
good.
nice.
Like a caramel flavor, but it was still malt. Anyway, what's the rating?
2.
Oh.
Awful. I hated it.
I'll give it a 5. It's middle of the road for me.
Give it, I'll also give it a 5.
If you're like, hey, we're only got something to snack on and Swappers, I'd
wouldn't
snack
eat
on them. Yeah.
I wouldn't eat them.
I would be snacking pretty slow,
Yeah.
but it would still be fine.
If I needed something to put in my blood sugar, I'd eat them. But only if there was nothing else.
Okay. Roll again, Schley.
Oh. I forgot. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Milka.
Milka.
I've never had this.
It'll be a fun experience.
Me neither.
It's got a purple cow on it.
Where's Milka from?
Milka is Milka Alpine milk. It has a different thing.
Yeah.
Where
Because
is
it's in
Milka?
Arabic? No.
Arabic?
Made in Germany. Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
But it says made in Germany.
How fun.
Ingredients.
Where's Milka chocolate from? It's from originated in Switzerland.
It says made in Germany.
But it has
okay.
been produced in Germany since then.
Swiss German stuff is pretty common.
You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
They
Thank you
collab,
for reminding
you know.
me.
You're welcome. They have an ongoing collab.
They collab and stuff.
The EU be collabing.
What's that like?
I don't know.
I wish. Okay, we've also got another round.
Love.
Curvy.
Maybe this
It
is what
shines.
Dove aspires
I'm a fan
to
of the
be.
shape.
Also,
It is
the
a fun-
cow is on the bar.
I want to look at it.
So
Give me a
everyone,
piece.
just for the audio only listeners, there is a purple cow on the front of the packaging, and also
is it purple?
it's purple.
I didn't
It's
know.
got purple
The
spots.
cow is purple?
Yes.
It doesn't. It just says Milka. It doesn't
Right.
show the cow.
The cow is on this one.
Oh, it's only on one of them.
I think on the corner.
Interesting.
Oh,
The cow Warner.
Mm-hmm. The German/Swiss chocolate. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting lotion.
This is what Dyer wants to be. Not Dyer. Dove wants to be.
That's a
I'm
solid milk chocolate.
Bored.
That's a really nice.
You're bored.
But it's good.
It is very one note, but I think it can afford to be one note because of how high quality it is.
I'm just always going to be a hater when it's just chocolate.
I'm having a very pleasant experience.
Yeah. The aftertaste is much better. It feels more chocolate.
It is just kind of straightforward.
Yeah.
It feels very rich.
But yeah, it's like if
I feel
I'm
decadent eating this. Is it very one note and very simple? Yes. But like sometimes I want to feel elegant but also simple.
I'm going in for another.
do it.
I had the cow piece.
It is exactly what I'd want to be melted in my cookie.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just don't want it on its own.
1000%. What's your rating?
What did I give Dove?
5, I think.
I don't remember the order because I've been kind of mixing them up. 654 is the
Give it a 7.
7. Ashley?
8. It was a very
I'm also going to give it a
wonderful
7. It's not Kit Kat level. So that's 22.
Mhm.
Okay. But that was solid.
How many do I have left?
I don't even know.
12.
8. We have 8 left. Okay.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
100 grand.
I have a feeling I'm not going to like this.
I can't believe it cost $100,000.
Okay.
Such the most
It
expensive
says-
chocolate.
Okay, but
to
it
date.
does say 100 grand. Rich caramel, milk chocolate, crispy crunchies.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like this.
What is crispy
That sounds
crunchies?
positive.
What is crispy crunchies?
Crispy Crunchy could be like Crisp Rice. Or is it
says
like a...
rice flour?
So it's probably the same vibe.
But it also has barley malt on it.
So did some of the other ones. I wonder if it's more aerated.
Oh, this looks like a turd.
It does look like a turd.
Love
bowl.
that moment before we eat it.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to take this
Yes,
and give
please.
it to...
Thank you. Well, I don't think we're gonna have.
I don't think
much
I'm going to
left
like
over.
Well,
this
one's
a
count out
lot.
at the end, so drop this one to the draft.
Yeah, this one's not in the draft.
I'm like scared to eat it.
Why? It's
Hey, wait.
Because
Have you ever had a Star Crunch?
Nope.
it's a Star Crunch. I don't like caramel. That's why I don't think I'm gonna like this.
Ooh.
Mm.
I'd be chewing. If I had braces, I'd be fucked.
Mm-hmm. That's what costs $100,000.
Oh, yeah. It's hundreds of grand for the orthodontist. I don't know if I like this.
I like the outer coating.
I wish the rice was around the entire thing, and not just the top.
Mm-hmm. I wish it was in there. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna have another bite.
That's okay.
Mm.
I do like it.
I like it.
I could not eat.
conceptually.
I could not eat a whole thing on my own because my
No.
jaw would be in pain.
There was
I
the
like that you ate it halfway.
Yeah, one of the top. I like the Crispies. But I hate caramel. I hate caramel.
got a little something in your hair.
I hate caramel so much. It's just
Yeah, caramel's a lot.
I don't like
There's a-
caramel for the texture, and I also don't like it for the flavor.
I didn't mind it for the flavor.
More is the texture though. Like the flavor, I can like have caramel flavoring and things, and I'll live. Texture though,
Ugh, I had to clear my palate.
and I used to be obsessed with like caramel frappuccinos.
Oh.
I would eat that shit up when I was young, but I hate it now. I don't know why.
So here's my issue. It's the chewing for 500,000 decades.
Mhm.
Did you like the way I said that? Half a million-
I thought there was going to be more of the sentence coming, but there
I
was
said
not.
500,000 decades. It's just chewing.
Yeah.
I'm chewing and chewing and chewing and chewing and chewing. I didn't like that part. But I did like it conceptually.
If
Yeah, me too.
someone, the way we just ate it is the only way I ever want to eat it.
Yeah.
I
Just
need
like-
2 other friends who also want to enjoy this with me to just
Mhm,
have a
2
little
to
bite.
3.
Because it was only
Yeah.
segmented in 3 parts,
Yeah.
which is like, okay, cool. It's a little bit different. But also,
I just couldn't do too many of them because I'd just be sitting there and I would
I also-
feel tired.
the segment was kind of big.
That's valid.
You know, I think maybe you could have done half.
Yeah.
Take notes. 100 grand.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe split it into 4s and each of them are 25 grands.
oh
Thank you.
my god, and that's what they that's what they call them, and you put them in the like mini like chocolates for Halloween.
Exactly.
25 grand.
Boom.
And
You're
then it's like,
welcome.
well, missed opportunities
Yeah.
left and right. What's
Not
your
sponsored.
ranking though?
I'd give this a
Ashley's trying to clean. Thank you, Shley. What's your
Just
ranking?
needed
I'd give that an
away.
8.
You give it an 8?
Yeah.
An 8?
Yeah, no, it tasted really good. I just couldn't eat the whole thing.
Okay. And you know what? This is where the differences in
Yeah.
opinion occur, and that's okay. Ashley,
5. I did not like it.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Like I like the
Decimals.
I like the concept, but the execution is just bad.
14 plus 5, 19 and a half. Math. I'm doing so much math today.
You're doing great.
Ashley, roll again. Thank you. Roll it again. Roll it
You're
again.
looking for 7 or below.
1.
We're on to the old faithful.
Do you think anyone uses this as their pronouns?
Hershey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Just they like to be different.
Yeah.
This is just the regular Hershey milk chocolate bar.
I can't open it. I'm sorry.
Also, it broke in
got
half
arthritis in my
in
wrist.
shipping. So it looks very flaccid.
It looks very flaccid.
What? You're gonna look at me and tell
Just-
me I'm wrong?
It's such a funny word.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Classic
Good burp.
little bar.
I don't like the way it smells.
It smells a certain way, that's for sure. So here's I'm gonna say something. In a second, I gotta finish it.
It's a classic taste.
Here's the thing.
It's a classic taste of American chocolate.
Here's the thing. Here's
It's
the thing.
perfected it for years. Is
When
it
you
simple?
go from
Yeah.
Germany to Hershey, Pennsylvania, there's a big difference. And I feel like I just experienced what some people in Europe would like when they come to the US and you're like, your food is dog shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. And you just don't understand because we've grown up with it.
We know how to do barbecue well.
That's true.
It's just boring.
It's not good. And like,
I will say it's better than the Dove.
oh,
1000%.
we're not getting lotion. But
I think it's a classic
It's
American
not-
chocolate, but the emphasis on it's an American chocolate.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any better than what the Swiss and Germans and Europeans have been doing for centuries, longer than we have.
And you know what? It's because of American ingenuity. Because Ashley and I thought you were looking at me in a certain type of way. You're just stretching. Ashley and I went to Hershey with our dad last year, and Hershey's whole
learned
thing
about the founder. And
we learned
everything.
about the founder and everything, and like, you know, it is still a corporation. I have to keep that in mind. But like thinking back to its origin story, we watched like right before going to Hershey, we watched a little bit of a show where it explained Hershey's whole process, and he used like a particular type of milk that was like
He used
special.
milk solids specifically.
but like it was like soured a little,
Yeah, it was
which
sour.
is why it has a little bit of a tang on it. And I think that's just wow.
Well, also
I
he
don't want
That, you know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing.
I think
with
he
the,
was a sound businessman because he bought a bunch of people were like, why are you buying like a bunch of dairy farmland? Like that makes no sense. He's like, well, I'm getting it right from the source. The cows are here. And so
Cows.
and he made a whole community so that way people could work for his factory and also live there, and like they made a whole community. Was it probably a little bit cultish? Yes, but like he really supported his workers way back then. I thought that was really cool.
and they have
I
some,
like the other things he does.
yeah.
True.
Just not that.
Also, his wife died really young. It was really sad.
And they have a school that they founded in the area that is still
Yeah.
around today.
They
and
all
they
still-
help out a bunch of people. Is it a private school? Yes, but like, but they really tried to like give access to
It's
like
a private boarding school.
yeah, and it's like they really focus on giving access to
Education.
and underprivileged
That too.
kids.
Which I thought
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, and when we got to that part of the tour, I was like,
I have questions.
Yeah, but it was nice because they were like, every time you buy a Hershey thing, which I buy Hershey chocolate syrup all the time, every time you buy something, it contributes to this educational fund. They're like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
So do they?
I have to look into it more.
So it's a private school,
Mm-hmm. You have to apply.
and then you have to pay.
I don't believe they pay.
I don't think you have to pay.
Got it.
They have like housing on the campus for students.
It's a massive campus.
It's massive.
I'm just curious what the money is paying for. Like, is the money paying for tuition assistance for everyone to be able to attend?
I think
think
that
so.
and
Okay.
like housing.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That's nicer.
Which is yeah.
Because
Which
yeah,
I'm like,
typically private school problems is like
yeah,
paying $40,000 a year or whatever.
Yeah.
literally. When it's like, why would you do that?
They
But
say
yeah.
like
give it a 5.
thousands of applicants.
yeah,
apply.
Brandon gives it a 5. I think I agree. I also give it a 5.
I would give it a 6.5.
6.5.
If I grew up around here, I might be tempted by the Hershey PA school. You know,
Same.
to go to like a little boarding school experience.
Same. It's apparently very competitive.
So am I.
They say thousands of applicants apply every year.
I could beat up thousands of people.
And they only do
right.
like a class of 30 or something,
Yeah.
which would make sense. But
Okay. Roll again, Schley.
You can roll D6 now.
Holy shit.
of 6.
The Ritter Sport!
Somebody
Okay,
I can't open
we
things.
love Ritter Sport. First off, 100% sustainable cacao. Cocoa sourcing. That's what it says.
Okay.
I was saying it wrong. Ashley, do you want to explain how
Ritter
this came
Sport
into our
is a German
consciousness?
company. We were introduced to Ritter Sport fairly young, at like 16ish. And that's because whenever one of our grandparents, well, two of our grandparents, are very well traveled and they love Rick Steves, and so they were like, for every one of our grandchildren's 16th birthday, we're gonna take them on a trip of their choosing. And of course, us being babies and not traveled at all, we were like, we don't know where to go. One of our cousins wanted to go on an American baseball tour around America, and they're like, that's not traveling. And I'm like, yes, it is, but like, whatever. And so it took us, it was me and my sister turned 16, and our cousin is also the same age as us. So they did basically 3 Europe trips for like 3 months.
No. They did Dan's trip first for 2
Well, they
weeks, and they did our trip for 2 weeks. So they were only gone a month, but they did 2 trips back to back.
Yeah. So anyways, we did that, and we did a month of traveling, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was only 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks for you and 2 weeks for me.
I don't think so.
I believe it was that.
So how does the chocolate come into this?
Anyways, so our
Thank you
cousin
for asking.
Jenny, who is older than us, had already gone on a Europe trip. And we all went to basically the same places, give or take a few different like key locations. But there was always great food involved. And Jenny was like, you got to try out this German chocolate. It's actually available in America in like certain locations. We could only find it at Joann's Fabrics, which was...
Rest in peace, by the way.
True. Anyways,
But now it's
so we
available
were
in more
introduced to
places.
this, and we were obsessed. And then we bought like a whole suitcase of it and brought it back home on our trip.
This has biscuit in it. So
Yum.
it's milk chocolate plus biscuit. So it has the crunch. For some reason, chewier than I expected. But not bad.
I love to just put a little marshmallow on this and just make your own little s'more.
That's basically a s'more.
The biscuit is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ritter Sport is not specifically like biscuit only.
Mm-hmm. They have milk chocolate.
They have
all
just a
the things.
regular milk chocolate. They have a dark chocolate, which is
They're
delicious.
pretty lean.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of mix-ins.
They have mint. They have marshmallow. They have so many inclusions for Ritter Sport, but it's always in that square.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like it because it's square.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I always, I think I'm going to want more crunch.
Yeah. The bunch of crunch did give me the crunch that I needed.
But it does, I think having the crunch makes it so that it's just not the chocolate flavor coming through at the end.
Uh-huh.
And that I appreciate. It makes it taste
It's
better.
very refreshing.
Yeah.
It's chewier than I remember.
Yeah, the chew kind of dings it a little bit, but still,
It's just thicker. It's got
Okay.
lots
it's
of
just really
stuff going on.
thick. Yeah, I remember I would eat Ritter Sport, and I'd be like, I can't eat like 2 like mini little squares off the whole thing.
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
And give it a 7.
8.5.
I'll give it an 8 as well. Okay. Roll, Ashley.
I'd be curious to try it in Europe.
Yeah, I would be curious to see if the manufacturing is different.
I keep rolling 6s.
So powerful.
1. M&M's.
MMM.
The competitor to Hershey, Mars.
That's a planet.
Now, the thing about these is that you can put them in your pocket. And they won't melt. That was the whole shtick.
That's factually wrong.
That was the
I think
whole...
That's true.
That was the whole shtick. Is the candy coating will keep it from melting in your pocket.
It'll stain your pocket.
I agree that in reality, it will
wait, I should've given
still
it there.
melt.
Thank you.
In reality, in our 2025, it absolutely will still
What
melt.
flavor M&M you like best?
They're all the same.
I like blue.
I like orange.
I love the greens.
Because for some reason, when I went to
What's
the
your
M&M
favorite M&M character?
Yellow.
Mine's still green.
He's just a big idiot.
I went to orange.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I went to the M&M store, they had associated the colors with different things. And I always saw that the orange one was associated with crispy.
Mm.
And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I like crispy.
Mm-hmm. M&M's are fine.
You know,
I'm not crazy about them.
I like the tiny ones.
The minis.
Where you have them in a little tube and you do
Yeah.
like a shot.
I prefer a peanut M&M.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Carissa, this is for you. Pretzel M&Ms.
Yeah,
So good.
I love
Okay.
a chocolate pretzel moment.
I have an important question.
Am I tasting more crunch than anything? Yeah.
Reese's Pieces or peanut butter M&Ms.
Neither.
Yeah, I would never pick either one of them. Probably Reese's Pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
That's where my brain went.
Mm-hmm. I think Reese's Pieces is about as much peanut butter as I ever want in my life.
It's valid.
Hear me out. Reese's Puffs.
Love. Different thing. But love.
Vomit? I don't want them in my life.
If cereal was candy, which would you choose?
If cereal was candy?
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That'd be a good candy.
It'd be fucking innovative shit.
What else?
There'd be nothing on the market.
You make a cereal a candy.
Oh.
Actually, I don't like cinnamon candy.
Easy. Rice Krispie treats. Because they're already a candy.
It's just a
chocolate Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
Remember cereal bars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that.
They still exist.
I know. I just don't get them
Actually,
anymore.
no. Cookie Crisp. No, Crave.
Ooh,
Crave.
Crave is good.
Crave is the right answer.
Yeah, if you could get a little like Hershey's size bar of Crave that just snap apart, pop them in.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it'd be good.
We haven't ranked the M&Ms. Period.
4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 as well.
Give it a 5. It seems so middle of the road for me.
And that is 13.
I also think the coating tastes different in regular M&Ms to peanut M&Ms. It's probably the peanut, but
yeah, it's probably the peanut. What's the one we're doing next? 4. 4
Tweaks.
Weeks.
Wait, there's 5 left.
No.
Yeah, there is.
Oh. 2. Butterfinger.
I don't know if I remember what these taste like.
Mostly butter, a little bit of finger.
This comes in 2 pieces.
Jesus Christ. Right, I love you.
What an apt description.
Yeah.
This comes
I
in
love
2
that song
pieces.
by Bruno Mars and Rose.
Another turd.
Here,
Let's split this.
I'll just take one bite out of the one end and I'll do the other. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's such a big bite.
You're going full. I was gonna.
I love Butterfinger.
I thought we were gonna bite it in thirds. Can I
We
have
didn't
like
say
a
that.
half of that?
I took a little nibble.
Oh, it's very crumbly.
What is this?
Butterfinger.
Right, but what's in? Like, what's it?
I think it's
Crispity,
toffee.
crunchity, peanut buttery.
It's not super peanut buttery. It's there, but it's not like.
It's like a peanut brittle. I'll take that. It was good. You're right, Brandon. Your answer was correct.
I didn't think you'd hate it that much.
I don't mind the crunch.
Of course.
It's too peanut butter for me.
It reminds me of like the peanut butter that comes in a milkshake or a smoothie. Like that's the peanut butter flavor I get from it.
Yeah, this is why
And
I've
I
just been
don't like
drinking
that.
the whole time.
Proud.
Too salty.
I like Butterfinger.
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger. She's pretty cool, Butterfinger. It's
You
weird.
played baseball. Was
It
it
was
a
very
big insult
messy.
to call you Butterfingers?
No.
Okay.
It was
We
very
used
messy.
we used slurs back then.
Oh my god.
I remember I watched my cousin Dan play baseball once, and I was really into backyard baseball.
Mhm.
And in the background, they have like kids, like just insulting each other. And one of them was, "We want a ladder," or "We want a batter, not a broken ladder." And I think I had said a couple of those just because I was like, I'm having fun at a baseball game. And my aunt and my parents were so pissed. They were like, "Shut up. We're trying to be supportive." And I was like, I'm just having fun at a baseball
That's
game.
what you do
'cause I was-
baseball games.
Yeah, because I was bored, and I was like, this is boring.
I said something too during that.
And we both got in trouble.
I was like, why doesn't he just freaking hit the ball?
Yeah, just hit it.
But he was like a young kid like us, so we were just like, why doesn't he just hit the ball?
They're like, Ashley, you don't say those things. I'm like,
I'm just
don't know.
confused.
I'm having fun like at backyard baseball in my video games.
Mhm.
So sorry, Dan, if you remember that.
That's why he's not a professional baseball player.
You're right, but he is into sports. He's been social media manager
he has
for
many sports injuries, which why he's not in
That's
professional
yes.
sports.
It all stems back to the comments you made.
Yeah. He got injured because I called him a broken ladder, and
Yeah.
then he became one. I'm sorry, Dan. I ruined your career.
Sorry, Dan.
Okay, here's the thing with Butterfinger. There is stuff stuck on my teeth now, and I hate it.
You know what it kind of reminded me of?
I'm gonna have to brush my teeth.
Baklava.
Okay.
Because it's like flaky.
Flaky. Yeah.
It's so messy.
I don't like the crumbliness of it. That's always
Yeah.
been my least favorite part is that it just is all crumbly. You know what you might like? You wouldn't like them. You know what you might like better?
What?
Butterfinger BBs.
What are those?
What the
They're
fuck?
a bunch of crunch-sized little balls of Butterfinger.
That sounds great.
It's little bite-sized. Just boop, boop, boop. Pop
That
them in.
sounds great.
Disgusting.
So good.
I'm nervous about the remaining.
We gotta
few.
rate.
Oh, yes. For your Butterfingers.
Brandon, go first.
Yeah, because it's only going to go downhill from there.
Yep.
You can't just write butt.
I did. I did.
It's an 8.
It's an 8? Okay.
I would give it. I was gonna rate it an 8 until I saw how messy, and now it's all stuck in my teeth. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Respectable.
Flavor, great. Everything else that comes with it, not as ideal.
It's a hard candy to just have.
Yeah.
I give it a 4.
Proud.
10 and a half.
Crispy.
18 and a half.
What is it?
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery.
That's how.
And it is all of those.
That's what Rachel says. Crispy, crunchy.
True to brand.
I like the crispy crunchity, except
No, you
The
just say
peanut
that in
butter.
everyday
Yes,
life.
it's
That's true,
crispy,
though.
crunchy.
Give me that crispity, crunchity. Anywhere, like on
give me it.
most foods, people are like, give me that pizza. I'm like, yeah, burn it a little bit, please.
Yeah.
So it's crispity, crunchity.
That's why I like my pizzas razor thin.
Right. Well, that, but also, even if it's a bigger one,
Crisp it.
it is
Give me it well done.
Oven directions says 400 degrees. I'm at 420.
At
It
least
says
blaze it.
22 minutes. I'm at 24. We're 20
same.
degrees hotter, 2 minutes longer. Like we're getting crisp.
One.
Reese's. Well, we're getting out of the way.
No. It's just the remaining.
Yeah, what's wrong with them?
Go for it. There's only 2 cups.
That's okay.
That's okay. I don't want a full one.
Neither do you.
Probably not. These are the least.
Are
This
we
is
all
the
just gonna
worst.
split a bite out of a cup? Okay.
Sure. Here's the thing. This is the worst kind of Reese's
Because it's just a cup.
because it's just a cup.
What's your favorite Reese's shape?
The holiday, like smaller cups, which Rachel hates.
Oh, the individual.
I
mini
want the
ones.
tiny ones, the ones that aren't very tall.
Yeah.
Or Reese's Pieces. I want Reese's Pieces
Valid.
Look at that peanut butter.
because it gives me a crunch,
Mm-hmm.
and this gives me nothing. Give me crunch or give me death.
Chefs.
Should we Lady in the
A
Tramp it?
classic.
No,
I'm kidding.
very funny idea. on a bigger food, I'd say yes.
This is a little
If we
too
had a hot
close.
dog,
Oh hell yeah, a glizzy.
if we were at Nathan's,
Hey, why did you make it look like a penis?
you're so asexual.
Why did you make it look like a penis?
I don't want that part. It's too wet.
It's too wet.
Anyways, it's a classic.
I like Reese's.
I'm having too much peanut butter today. I had a peanut butter banana smoothie. I just had Butterfinger. I think that ruined my experience with Reese's.
Have you ever had a Reese's stick?
What?
You might like those better.
A stick?
I'll show you a picture of them.
What does it mean?
What is it?
When you're from another country and someone says a word you don't know.
I meant like, what does that mean?
That's so funny.
Oh, yeah, I think I like that better.
Oh my god. Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
It has crisp on it.
Yeah, it's layers of crisp with a little bit of peanut butter in there.
This isn't as bad as the Butterfinger.
It's a classic Reese's.
I disagree.
You think it's worse?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no crunch. And that's really ruining my day.
I miss no crispy crunchy.
I meant mostly like in terms of the peanut butter's better. Because it's sugared.
It tastes the same thing.
What did I give
It's sugared. It's
What did I give
Well, but it tastes the
Butterfinger?
same.
6.5, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reese's.
I love Reese's, but
Not to say that you don't.
maybe not as much as I love it anymore.
Our friend Reese is quaking.
Yeah, they get 1,000,000 out of 10. Write that down.
Yeah. Reese. Reese. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's 1 billion.
Uh-huh.
A billion out of 10.
All right.
I said what you said.
I give Reese's a 7.
Okay.
I give it a 6.
I give it a 5.
It's higher than I thought you'd give it.
I'm having a weird aftertaste now. It's getting a 4. It's like burnt.
It's
10,
that
7.
sourness. Because it's the same. It's from Hershey.
Burnt?
Reese's burnt.
I'm getting a burnt taste.
Yeah, I don't taste the burnt.
Do you smell smoke?
Is there a
Yes,
fire?
You ever stroke? You put your hands on your head?
I'm kidding. Ashley said her arms were hurting yesterday.
I know you said-
Rachel
And
thought I
was
was
like,
having a fucking heart
I
attack.
was like, Ashley, I texted her.
Rachel
I was like,
texted me
please be
after.
careful because if your arms are tingling, then that like could be something really bad.
Women's symptoms are very different, though. Actually, you often don't
Really?
experience tingling. No, you'll often get a very intense lower back pain. You'll be shortness of breath. It's very sweating.
Ashley, my arms are just sore because I sleep weird.
Yeah, it would be a different back pain. You would know a difference. You should watch the episode of Grey's Anatomy where Dr.
Also,
Bailey
I
has a
haven't
heart
been
attack.
I did watch that episode.
Then you remember, think about what she went through.
She was just
Think about a woman's experience.
think about a woman. I love the funny thing is in the wrong context. Somebody saying that to me is a man mansplaining about a woman's
Right,
experience,
yeah.
and that's funny.
But this is just me, a little boy, explaining about Grey's Anatomy.
Yep. Roll a d4.
Which ironically was written by women.
Yeah.
Roll a d4, baby.
I already did a 1, 2, or 3.
Or a d6.
Oh, I need a minute. I just need a second. Holy fuck.
Remember that show, Minute to Win It?
Yes.
Crazy.
Remember that show?
Summer camps are notorious for doing minute to win it games.
Oh yeah.
So annoying.
Bitches love those.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't
It's
want to
me.
strap a Kleenex.
I'm
It's me,
bitches.
I'm bitches. Okay, but the one loud environment check. when your Apple Watch
so
asks
funny.
you for being too loud.
I said, excuse me, you're being too loud. And I'm like, fuck off.
It's like, wow, silencing
Also-
women. Again, here we are.
Also, Ashley, your sleeve, I don't know what's happening.
Something crazy is happening over there.
It's just a really flowy cardigan.
Good love.
I was gonna say that one.
Because if I just go whoop,
Then
well,
it's over there.
exposed. Then
Yeah.
if I go whoop,
well, stop
covered.
exposing yourself on camera.
you're shaming women, okay?
God. The
Well, you
1
need
minute
four?
to win it game where you have to take the cup and you do the dice and you're like
Hate it.
shaking it. I'm like, can someone do that?
That's, oh, yeah. I can't.
I can't
But I've
do
seen
it.
people do it, and
Can we
it's
try that
crazy.
until one of us in the friend
These are
group gets it?
massive.
What
So
the
let's
fuck is
let's share
It's
one of
Snickers.
these.
This is just a regulars. Holy fuck!
This is what they are.
Yeah,
I
That's a
never
Snickers.
get Snickers.
I hate Snickers.
You did that so slow.
Sensual. Who
You-
wants it?
You made eye contact.
I did.
I don't know if I want to taste it.
You have to. It's against the law if you don't.
I'm gonna get be detained.
Nope. No. No.
I don't know how.
Mm-mm.
I love Snickers.
I hate Snickers.
There's just too much going on.
I've hated Snickers. I used to say it was my favorite candy bar when I was like 10. I would made a grave mistake in saying that.
I like the mini Halloween versions too.
I feel like,
I feel
that's
like those
more
are better.
digestible.
I'll wipe your lip a little bit. Get a little caramel strained. You got it.
Thank you. Thank you for looking out for women.
Welcome.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I like Snickers.
Because
They're
you
the
get peanuts and caramel, right?
I just had a hard swallow
Yeah.
chunk of it and it was bad.
Should be. Wrapped in chocolate.
I like the
Mhm.
taste, but it's the like everything else.
I think there's too much of it.
yeah, there's too much going on.
I think a candy bar that size too much for
Pickle
us.
Lane.
As thick as it is. If it was half the size, I'd be much more inclined to enjoy it more.
I think
Yeah.
there's just too many
Too
ingredients.
thick.
Although too much ingredients I think is valid. I think it
it's
depends
too
on the
much
candy.
Too many ingredients to try and cover up the abysmal chocolate taste.
You're right.
Ingredients. It's the same.
It's the same chocolate.
No, it's not. Snickers is not from Hershey.
But I like.
I think it's from Mars. And I honestly have not liked Mars chocolate as much as I've liked the Hershey brands.
What were you saying, Brandon?
I'm thinking about this candy bar called a Take 5, which is
I've
like
heard of those,
chocolate and pretzel and nougat and stuff like that. It's so good.
Now I want to Take 5.
Yeah.
Because I love pretzels and chocolate.
And they come in these little bite pieces. And there's 2 of them. It's perfect.
I think I wanted to get a Toblerone.
Yeah.
I think their bars are fun.
They are fun.
Because they're triangle.
Fun little shape.
And you still snap them off.
They're just chocolate, right?
They're
now.
triangular.
I mean, they could be
prisms.
filled
They
with
have
things.
something else.
Do they?
I think so. Snickers.
6.
3.
3.
Hated it.
I'll say 4.
I like how you balked at a 3 and then gave it a 4.
Because it's the lowest score we've. No, it's not. Whopper got a 2.
I gave it a 2. Yeah.
Oh, we have 2 options left.
Roll.
Odds. Evens.
Evens.
Twix.
I'm
I
so
like
nervous about a
Twix.
Heath bar.
Have you ever had a Heath bar?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't
Our
remember.
mom is obsessed with Heath bars.
I don't know if I've had one.
I think I've had one. I've had ice cream with Heath bars. And
Also, we've had a lot of chocolate.
Yep. I'm over it.
yeah. I kind of want to just throw shit out.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. What the hell?
Caramel.
Sorry. I'm just so surprised.
It's wearing a wizard hat.
Yeah.
Hello, I am the Wizard Twix. What does he specialize in?
Candy magic.
Confectionery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how it wrapped.
You did it.
Stop staring at me. Look at me while you much chocolate.
My blinders on.
Okay, Twix is the only chocolate bar where I can tolerate caramel. I don't know why.
It's
don't
not
either.
too
And
much.
even then, I struggle with it. The only way I can really muscle through eating a Twix is because the chocolate is good and the wafer is so substantial.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about Twix.
I do like the crunch.
Yeah. It's a very
This
good
is what
crunch.
I'm looking for.
What I'm looking for.
Here's the
If
thing.
they just had a version where they maybe put like melted chocolate or like nougat instead,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so happy.
Here's my question: left or right Twix? Ashley says left.
Yeah, left. The
What
most
about
important
right?
thing to remember, though, that is created by Jedediah Twix.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a commercial?
For Jedediah Twix? Love that guy.
You've met him?
Yeah.
Where did you meet him?
At the Twix store.
Oh, where's that?
It's in the Twix cities.
Betwixt two cities.
Mm-hmm. It's right between Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Are those the actual the two cities?
Yeah.
Oh. What are you looking at with this Heath?
The flavors.
Why is it upside down?
It's not.
Not on that side.
It might be for you.
Yeah, it's upside down.
For you.
I knew you were gonna say that. All right, Heath bars. This is one of our mom's favorite candy bar. What's in it?
English toffee enrobed in rich chocolatey coating.
Toffee.
What is toffee?
It's like coffee with a T.
You're right, but like, what does it taste like?
I guess we're gonna find
Gotta
out.
find out.
Is it tea with coffee?
Yeah. What the hell?
What the?
That is the weirdest shape. I did not expect a Heath bar to look like that.
I don't think
I've ever had a Heath bar.
I've had Heath bars before. But only ever.
That's such a clean cut.
Yeah, you're right. But only ever like grated on top of things. Like there's a cake that people will make and they grate Heath bars on top of them to give it kind of that
Yeah,
toffee
mhm.
flavoring.
I've seen that.
And that's the most way I've had it.
The most way.
Yeah.
The Heath
The most
bar.
common
There's
way.
no lines.
Correct.
Oh,
Oh, it's really hard.
fucked it up.
Yeah, be ready for crunch.
Put that thing back where it came from.
Get that thing back in there.
Oh,
It's the most unique.
is there a nut in there?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Huh. I taste the nut. The nut.
Coconut.
What is it? Why is it salty?
Almonds.
Why is it salty?
Because there's salt in it.
That's what toffee has.
What the fuck is toffee? I don't know if I like it.
You
I
don't
like-
know if you do?
I don't know. This is perplexing. I've been
Hey Siri,
perplexed.
what is toffee? Toffee is...
made by
Thank you, you sweet Irish man.
So it's just sugar, butter, and flour.
Sugar, butter, flour. You ever seen Waitress the musical?
Nope.
Man, you really should.
I've heard good things.
So fun. Sad.
No,
A little
because
bit.
Colleen Ballinger was part of the Broadway
She's
production.
gross. We don't talk about her. She was not in the original cast, and so we are okay.
I kind of like it. It's salty.
Yeah.
This is what I want Whoppers to be.
This is what you want Whoppers to be.
I still prefer it ground up on top of the cake.
No, that makes sense. I don't think I could have too much of it.
No, that's why I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling.
Like the amount that I just had was perfect. Heath bar. Not to be confused with Keith bar.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
That's what I was
It was
thinking.
It was pleasant to eat, but I can't have too much of it.
No,
I'd get sick
my
in
single
stomach.
bite was more than okay.
I'm giving it a 6.5.
Okay.
Mostly so we don't have 666, the devil's number.
Bottoms up, the devil,
laughs.
rises.
Okay.
Laughs. That's right. I said devil rises. That's so.
I guess that
I
too.
mean, yeah,
I
kinda.
guess they're both happening.
Okay, let me go. Vamp while I score.
So I've been
I-
watching shows.
Okay.
There's new shows out. So on Hulu, there's a show called Paradise, which
Okay.
is very good. I won't give too much away because you kind of have to watch it to experience it and say. But the basic premise that you learn in the first couple of minutes is that we are following Sterling K. Brown, who's an actor. He was in This Is Us as well, and some other things, like Black Panther and stuff. And he is the lead security detail for the president.
Interesting.
And so he is on his way to the president. Are you okay?
I've had a lot of different types of chocolate with inclusions, and my stomach felt a little weird, so I needed to burp. Anyways,
He's on the way to the
Sterling K.
president's
Brown.
house.
He's a security detail for the president. It's named Paradise.
He's on the
Anyways.
way there, and he gets there and he talks to the people who are working there because he's the lead guy, and goes up to the president's room and he knocks and no one answers, and he says, "Mr. President, it's after 8. You're usually up by now." And he knocks again. He's like, "All right, one more time, and I'm coming in, bud." And he knocks one more time. He opens the door. The president is dead. Shot
So they gotta figure out
on the
how he
ground.
died.
We gotta figure out
Shot
what
through
the
the
heck
heart.
happened. And that's where I'll leave you. But if you watch the rest, you will learn that there's more to it.
Mystery, intrigue.
I also watched both seasons I watched all of season 1 of Severance, and I'm caught up to season 2 where they are at currently. And that show is wild.
I keep seeing that on my TikTok, and I really want to watch it.
And
But it's on Apple TV.
Sure is, unless you know how to find it. And then, but it's, whoa. The
Wow.
new episode came out yesterday, and it hit like a truck.
Wow.
So that's cool.
Keep going.
I was doing D&D prep.
Mm-hmm.
I made a whole new subclass
Mm-hmm.
specifically for our friend. Rachel helped me with balancing it. Also, ChatGPT helped
Okay.
out with the descriptions and stuff.
I have the scoring.
And with the vibes. It was very cool.
Do you want to know all the rankings, or do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Let's go
Least
lowest.
to best.
Least to best. Okay. At the bottom of the pyramid,
Whopper.
we have Whoppers.
Bottom
Yeah, I
shaming.
knew that.
Yeah.
12. They scored a 12.
Okay. Respectable.
Second to last, Snickers
Okay.
Yeah,
with a
bad.
13.
That's fine.
Hated
Tied with them, M&M's.
Sure.
Then
That makes
Dove.
sense.
Then Hershey.
Those are all tied?
Nope.
Oh.
M&M
Dove was better than
Dove
Snickers and
Dove
M&Ms?
was lower. Yes, it was.
Interesting.
Hershey above Dove
Okay.
by only 1.5 points. Then Reese's.
Hmm.
Then the Heath bar and the Butterfinger, aka Butt, in my brain.
Tied.
For 18.5. Then 100 grand.
Okay.
Milka.
Sure.
No, we have a 3-way tie for second.
Whoa.
With Milka Ritter Sport, and Bunch of Crunch. And at the top of the pyramid, Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Kit Kat's superior.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, out of all of these, I would take the Kit Kat home.
Hey, I don't want any of these, actually.
I am thinking I want like a couple, but I don't think I want
think
most.
the Milka and the Ritter Sport and the Kit Kat.
Yeah,
and the
you'll
Bunch
take
of
whatever
Crunch.
you want, and then that's fine.
We're throwing out the
I want
rest.
the Bunch of Crunch.
Yeah.
I want
Naturally.
the Bunch of Crunch a lot. But that's our show. We tasted and we tested. I was testing.
Those words are so close together.
What?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Why?
Taste and test?
Johnny test?
They're so similar.
Yeah. It's like a difference of
2 letters.
2 letters. Arguably, you could put an E at the end of test.
Testa.
Testy.
Testy. Testy.
I didn't want to say it and be vulgar.
Well,
I'm
speaking about men
it's
now.
Testy.
because men aren't represented enough.
All right, let's roll for wrap up.
Yeah, only men have those words.
Anyway, yeah, it's time to roll for wrap up.
One sweet tooth later.
One sweet tooth later. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. You just watched us.
Nap.
Yeah. Is that how you're gonna roll this time?
For the 20, I do a lot actually, but
You should do it
Incredible.
for all of them because
the other ones don't do it though.
Yeah,
because they're
they just
flat
kind of
and
hop.
boring.
But for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. This is a lovely episode where we tried chocolate, and you may have very controversial opinions in comparison to ours, like my opinion about peanut butter. So pop off in the comments. But this is a show where we have a little bit of randomness in our lives. We roll some dice to see who wraps us up, how they wrap us up, and then what next week's episode is going to be. You may see on your screen there is a list of 20 topics. It may or may not be there. And if you don't know what it is, check maybe the previous episode. It might be there too.
it may not be updated, but we'll see.
Yeah, we try to update it. Keep it
We
fresh.
do our best, but it's not always
Yeah.
perfect.
But let's see who wraps us up.
4.
4
That's you.
is it's me. I have to wrap us up.
2. Fun fact or anecdote.
I thought I gave a lot of fun facts.
Well, I'll do one more.
About women's heart attacks
Um,
or colonoscopies.
yeah. Some of these were shaped like poops.
Yeah.
Um,
Different kinds of poops.
Yeah. You should go see a doctor if your poop is red or black. Cause that's not healthy.
Black poop can indicate a lower GI bleed.
Yeah. Or and red just means bleeding or something.
It's just bled.
Or something. I'm not a doctor.
If
What?
you got blood, in
I
your
know, crazy.
if you got blood in your poop, go to
yeah,
doctor.
go to the
Yeah.
doctor. But also, it's there's studies showing that there's a lot of GI stuff happening for young people, so it's not a bad thing to ask or talk about your poops with your
Get
doctor.
Fiber supplements.
Oh my god!
Stop sitting all day. Don't spend more than 5 minutes in the bathroom if you can avoid it. Sitting down.
Although, take your time, like washing your hands, because you know what? That's good for you, and I will always poop on the company's dime.
Oh, I was waiting for. I didn't know what you were going to poop on. I was like, what?
No, I'm gonna poop on the company's dime, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take my time.
My Apple Watch washes my hand washing.
Oh yeah, sing happy birthday slowly.
And it says, "Congratulations, you washed your hands."
Yeah.
That's so nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
We're giving some health facts.
It also
today.
tells me whether or not I'm too loud, though, so that's kind of problematic, but whatever.
Yeah, seems misogynist.
Anyways.
Alrighty, it's time to roll the d20. Brandon's gonna stop shaking it.
3.
3. It's the picnic cast again.
It's too cold.
We're gonna do the picnic cast. It's just been way too cold.
19.
19. Holy shit. Advice pod.
It's time.
We're gonna
Do
take
another advice pod.
Yeah, where we give advice to people on
That's a
Reddit
good mainstay,
or
honestly.
our people,
Or our
ourselves,
friends.
or ourselves.
Yeah.
I might need advice.
Yeah.
I asked asked Brandon for advice for D&D thing, and he helped me.
Guess how helpful I was.
So
The
helpful.
most.
Literally the most helpful. I was trying to make a puzzle, and Brandon said, "Oh, there's these websites where you can make." It was like a Ashley will figure it out later.
A
But
puzzle.
it incorporates
puzzle.
It's a word puzzle, and it's very fun. And I did allude to it with one of my other players. I was like, I just made a tricky puzzle, and I think you're gonna like it. And I don't know when you'll see it because I over prep way too much, but maybe in the next 2 sessions or so. If I can get you to it next session, I think I would cry.
I'm so excited to do my session
Yeah.
I was just
coming up.
DMing for the first time.
Coming soon.
next week.
But now it's time.
Well, for the first time for us.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandon.
You're welcome.
This is a hefty contribution
Yeah.
right there.
Thank you.
But we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.